Hi, welcome back. I'm Immaculate, a certified John Maxwell leadership coach and a civil engineer. So here I talk about leadership and I also talk about engineering. So we just concluded lessons on growth, and today I'll be talking about a very exciting leadership value: attitude. Attitude is a very important leadership value. We are exploring leadership values that will help you to build your self leadership. Self leadership is the first level of leadership. So, you see, to be an artist, it takes a lot of practice and giftedness. This lesson will help you become an attitude artist. Your attitude colors every aspect of your life. It's like the mind's paintbrush. Yeah. So it can paint everything in bright, vibrant colors, creating a masterpiece, a picture that is attractive to everyone. Or it can make everything in dark, dreary. I mean, something that is not attractive to many people. So if you look at the life of people who have achieved, let me say, success, you will see that they possess a positive outlook on life. Their mental paintbrush colors every aspect of their life. So their mental paintbrush colors life with bright and vibrant colors. So therefore, life is the canvas on which you paint. So your attitude is the paintbrush. And now you get to choose the colors. You get to choose the colors. So your attitude is the difference maker. And since it is actually the difference maker, it is very, very important. So the good news is you get to choose your attitude. So something so vital to your success is a choice that you can make. You can't control many of your circumstances, but you can control your response to them. So you may not have control over what others say about you, but you can control your response to what they say. Yeah, you may not have control or the power to control all the chaos in your city, in your country, and the world, but you may have the power to control your response to them. So, our greatest problem is how we respond to situations. When you choose to have a good attitude during a bad time, you are not taking control of your life instead of letting life control you. A good attitude helps you develop a positive outlook. So now let's look at a picture of a positive life outlook. Life is filled with good and bad. Mhm. Some of the good and bad I can't control. That is life. Yeah. Some of the good and bad will find me. That is life. So if I have a positive life outlook, the good and the bad will become better. If I have a negative life outlook, the good and the bad will become worse. Therefore, I choose to have a positive life outlook. What do you choose? So I have trained myself not to worry too much about things I can't change. Rather, I worry about finding solutions to adapt to the changing situation. This way, it helps me have a positive life outlook. You see, life is not easy. Let no one tell you lies. Life is not easy. Every day, something negative will happen to you. A friend will disappoint you. A test was more difficult than you expected, and you did poorly on it. A promise was made but not kept. Days. Some time ago, I was in the US and something unusual happened to me. I had spent about a week in Washington and was more than ready to fly back home. In fact, that trip was so indifferent from my previous trips. Firstly, I didn't receive any good news from my family back home for my entire 1 week stay. And I couldn't just wait. I couldn't wait to fly back home soonest. Secondly, just when I was so happy that finally I was flying back home, I missed my flight. Oh, something that had never happened to me before. That was my worst nightmare ever. I hit my head so hard to wake up from the dream, but no, it was real. I actually missed my flight. I sat down for about 10 minutes talking to no one, feeling so devastated about the whole scenario that I had no control over, and doing whatsoever I could do at that moment for the guy at the counter to just put me in any flight. But no, I was not to even take a flight maybe in 2 hours. I had to spend a night again in the US and fly the next day. So the next flight was the next day. But at the end, I accepted I couldn't change the situation. And so I put up a positive life outlook. Went back home and planned to present myself at the airport 3 to 4 hours before takeoff. It may sound insane, but I was actually at the airport 3.5 hours before takeoff. Now, when I successfully flew out of the US while on transit in, I don't want to mention the country, so I learned that the flight I missed had serious issues about 2 hours after takeoff from Washington, and passengers on board were like trembling. I mean, it wasn't easy. So a passenger who was on board was telling me that when we were waiting to board our plane to Cameroon. So in fact, when the plane finally landed, all the passengers on board who were on transit were lodged in the airport hotel to continue their journey the next day. So you see, it's not all bad situations that come to steal our joy. Most of them come to uplift and save us from worse situations. Me missing that flight was divine, and God didn't just want me to go through such turbulence. You may get knocked down at times, but a positive attitude will respond with courageous words that say, what happens to me that counts. It is what happens in me that counts. I want you to know that as problems arise, there is a time to cry, there is a time to reflect, there is a time to strategize, and a time to act. Action is very, very important. So, what is one problem you're facing that you will handle with a positive attitude? So in my next video, I'll be giving tips on what you can do to fix your attitude when it slips and starts to become negative. So if this lesson has inspired you, please like, share, and comment. I want to say a big thank you to those who have already subscribed to my channel. And if you haven't, please just hit that red subscribe button below, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell for subsequent videos. So together, let's reverse the negative portrayal of leadership and be the change we want in the world. See you in the next video.